Okay. I think we are probably good to go if you want to get started.
All right, let's get started here. Okay. All right, ladies, what can you see?
I see a slide that says Girl Scouts Countdown Disney.
Woohoo!
That's exactly what we should be seeing. Awesome. Okay, so it's gonna be over to my side so just ignore my face. So we're gonna talk about everybody's favorite topic today, which is money and budget. But it is an important thing to get ready for Disney, to make sure that we know exactly what to expect and that we're all on the same page. So our countdown to Disney today is all about money and budget. We're going to talk about everything you guys need to know to get ready. And this is for people that maybe even aren't quite ready yet or haven't registered. Who has all registered so far? Can you do the little thumbs up or hand wave thing so we can see who's registered? Yay. Okay.
Where is the thumbs up option? I'm not seeing it.
It's all the way on the bottom bar and it says reactions.
Got it.
Yay. Okay. For those of you that haven't registered yet, that's okay. Let's register though, because we want to get you on the list. And even if you're still selling cookies, that's okay. Go ahead and register. So here's what we're going to talk about today. This is our agenda. We're going to talk about trip cost, tips for earning money, what's covered and what isn't, and some personal budgeting tips. So this is kind of an introduction to me. I'm Julie Meyer. I am a BSU student intern working with the Girl Scouts this semester, planning the Disney trip, helping plan the Disney trip. I really am interested in helping people reach their goals and personal and self-development and goal setting and just working towards your dreams. So those are some things that are important to me, and it's been really great working with Girl Scouts and seeing some of that happen. Kim, would you like to introduce yourself?
I would love to. So this photo is of me on my first day as a brownie. I was pretty darn excited. I was a top cookie seller in the state of Florida when I was a Girl Scout, and I absolutely love cookie season. In fact, I have grown up now to become the Cookie Monster for our council, and I love every minute of it. I think it's great. Growing up in Fort Lauderdale, it was a very long day, but we could do a trip to Disney World and back in a day. So we didn't have a hotel or any of that stuff. We just went. I don't know how my dad did all that driving. Amazing. And it looks like my copy and paste didn't make it all the way, but I learned so many valuable and wonderful skills through the Girl Scout Cookie Program. It's changed my life immeasurably, and I'm excited to not only bring the benefits of the Girl Scout Cookie Program to Girl Scouts in our council, but also to bring them the magic of Walt Disney World as well. It's amazing. Courtney, on to you.
Okay, so I had to put a quote by Dumbo that says, "Don't just fly, soar," because we are talking about selling cookies, and I know a bunch of you have already hit your 1,000, but how amazing would it be to make it to that 3,000? Although I know we have a couple girls that have already hit that, and to be able to pay for pretty much this entire trip all by yourself and your hard work. So this is why I said, don't just fly, soar, think high, think big. I have worked for Girl Scouts for almost 4 years, but I have been a volunteer for 10 years. And I was a Girl Scout when I was younger. And I love Disney. One of my so I'm trying not to read it, and I'm trying to make it personal, and it's just I'm like flubbing up because
You're a compulsive reader.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
okay.
trying not to read. I love Disney. I don't know how many of you girls have been to Disney World before, but probably my favorite thing to do is to see people's reactions when they go there for the very first time. So a little bit about me and what I'm most excited for.
That's awesome. All right, let's dive in. Are you guys, is this bar blocking the top, or can you see this or not? No? Can you see the top of the slide okay? Yes. Okay, we're going to talk about the trip cost. So the trip cost is $2,000 total. Now, if you've already registered, you've paid a $50 deposit. Whenever you register, there's a $50 deposit. If you have hit your $1,000 minimum, you've earned already 350 program credits for selling your 1,000 boxes, and you have the option to choose $100 worth of bonus council adventure credits. So that brings your total, just by selling 1,000 boxes, if you choose your $100 bonus council adventure credit, your cost after your deposit and your credits is down to $1,500. So everybody on the trip has the opportunity to have reduced their cost already by $500. So then you have a $1,500 balance. If you've sold additional cookies above and beyond 1,000, you're going to earn additional program credits that you can put towards your trip cost. You can earn up to 900 additional dollars in bonus council adventure credits. And you can also apply unexpired program credits from past years. So those are all ways you can bring your personal trip cost down. Kim, did you have anything else to add about this slide?
Not about this slide, no.
That's because she's excited to talk about the next slide. All right. Okay. This is where we're headed next. Are you still working on your goal? Are you still selling cookies? Anyone can, even if you're already registered, those cookies you're selling are still earning you credits. Kim, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Great, thank you. So as Julie was saying, there's still plenty of time to sell cookies. And even if you have already passed your goal, say your goal was 1,000, maybe you want to consider bumping it up to 1,100 or 1,200, because every benchmark gets you additional program credits, which will then reduce your out-of-pocket cost for the trip. So you've still got lots of time, 3 weeks before you need to finish up, checking out cookies and that kind of thing. So we have here at our council have expanded the cookie selling structure. So normally the cookie sale would have ended on Monday, but now it is continuing. You can still use digital cookie. You can still do council scheduled booths. We've reached out to many of our booth partners, and they have agreed to extend their letting us sell. So that would be like, for example, Albertson stores have let us continue to sell. We also were finally able to get some permission from Fred Meyer stores. And as of the last time I checked, which was this morning, there was still some booth space at every single Fred Meyer store. They are allowing us to sell the first 2 weekends of April. So make sure that your troop leader or troop cookie manager or both are very aware that you want to continue selling cookies, and tell them what your goal is so that they can make sure that they have checked out or ordered enough cookies for you to sell, whether that is through the council scheduled booths that we were just talking about. But you can also do a walkabout, which is where you take cookies. And if you remember that picture of me as a brownie, my sister and I would try to make us look as cute as we possibly could be. We would take out a baby buggy with cookies in it, and we would go door to door, and we would make an absolute killing. We also went twice. So we would go once, as soon as you have cookies in hand, go door to door, and then 2 weeks later, go again, because you know what? They have eaten those cookies. They need more. And if they don't need more, then this is their opportunity to maybe donate to the food bank, maybe freeze some, maybe buy them as a gift. There's all kinds of reasons that people can give you $5 that don't include them eating the cookies right now. Another option is a lemonade stand, and that's where you set up a booth essentially in your yard or in your apartment complex or community center or wherever they will give you permission. But you just stand there, and as cars go by, you can hold up a sign or whatever you want, but that's essentially on your home turf, if you will, rather than out at a business. And then you can continue to sell after our expanded structure. And that is where you would order whatever additional quantity you need to fill your goal. And then you would check out those cookies with your troop cookie manager. And they may need to have you or your parent sign an agreement that, these cookies that we checked out on 410 or whatever day you checked them out, and maybe you'll agree on a payment plan so that the troop can get their funds. But we don't need the troop to pay for all the cookies necessarily on April 11th. So there are options if you still have goals to meet. We do have cookies for you to check out, so that is a great thing. All right, next slide, please. Okay, so I was the top cookie seller in the state of Florida more than once, and my sister was a top cookie seller also. And so I sat down with my dad. We call him Volunteer Bob here at the office. And I sat down with Volunteer Bob, and we had a brainstorm of all the ways I sold cookies. Was it at a booth? Was it at a Okay, so emails wasn't really on my list because we didn't have that in 1978. But I added in some of the ways that we have nowadays as well. But if you are, or maybe your brother is in a sports team, fill up the car and take cookies to soccer practice or baseball practice or whatever is happening right now, to hockey tournament, whatever it is. Bring cookies there. Any one of your caregivers, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, many of them will have a workplace. You might have a house of worship. If you go to school, there's staff at the school. And there's teachers. There's always your teacher, but don't forget there's the library lady, the lunch ladies, the secretary. Those people often get excluded from a lot of things. The principal, the vice principal. There's no need to stop. Just keep considering all the different places. If your mom is in a sorority alumni association, or your dad's in the Rotary Club, any organizations that they're in, if they have bowling night, there's no reason why you couldn't call up the bowling alley and see if you could offer cookies just to the bowlers there. There's millions and millions of ideas. You can ask businesses if they would buy cookies either as gifts for their clients. Maybe the local Subaru dealership would give away a box of cookies for every test drive. There's really no limit to where you can sell cookies. So that's on the first column, is all the different thoughts of who you could be selling to, or the type of contact you could make. Then we also had some ideas for how you could enhance those contacts. So when you're talking to people and they say, gosh, I really don't need a box of cookies. Okay, well, would you consider donating a box for the Idaho Food Bank? That's from our Cookies from the Heart program. You could also offer them, they could purchase it as a gift. If someone else is buying 4 boxes of cookies, you could say, gosh, if you'd like to try our new Adventurefuls, if you just buy 1 more box of cookies, you could be entered into a drawing to win 5 cases of cookies. And that would be when you would give them a 5 for 5 slip. That also ties in upsell number 3, which is recommend the new cookie add-on. So those could go together. If somebody says, gosh, I really don't, I'm not going to eat all these cookies right now. Oh, that's great. They freeze well. They make a great gift, whatever it is. And then for me, the most important was the marketing piece. So the easiest way to get a customer is when they come up to you. You don't even have to go up to them. And they'll only come up to you if they know you're a Girl Scout. So make sure that everybody knows you're a Girl Scout. You can wear it on your shirt, on your hat. If maybe there's a vehicle or 2 at your house, they could put a magnet on the car. My girl is a Girl Scout, or anything like that. Those things are all helpful. We have yard signs, cookies for sale here, or I'm a Girl Scout. You could also decorate when you do a booth. We call it bling your booth, but decorate it. Maybe have pictures of what your goal is, or pictures of what you've done as a Girl Scout so far, and how those experiences have been funded by the Girl Scout Cookie Program. They are always very interesting, and then people will come up closer to your booth. You also want to make sure you ask every single person. If you're at a booth and you are, generally what you'll want to do is just ask people on their way out of the store. That way you can keep track of who you have and haven't asked, right? Because if you're only doing it on the way out, you just make sure you ask everybody on their way out. And every single person, would you like to buy a box of Girl Scout cookies? Or would you like to support my troop by buying a box of Girl Scout cookies? See, we don't even have to ask them if they want to buy the cookies. We could just assume, hi, what's your favorite flavor of Girl Scout cookies? And start a conversation like that. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do it, and you can try all the different pitches and see which one works best for you. Who knows? You might have a favorite, maybe two favorites. You also have the opportunity to leave a door hanger on the door. So if you're going door to door and knocking, you could have a few copies of something that you could hang on the door, or something you could rubber band to the door that says, hi, my name is Julie. I'm in Troop 555 and I'm selling cookies. Call my mom if you need any, and the phone number. So there's lots and lots of different ideas, but just make sure you're out there, and don't discount individuals, or don't forget people like the security guard at the office building, or the lunch lady, or the library lady, because they, or the Cookie Monster that works at the Girl Scout office. Don't forget me. I don't
She
get
loves
asked.
Cookies. She loves cookies, guys. I'm not joking.
I love cookies, and my husband is now part cookie. He has eaten so many cookies this season that he is part man, part cookie. So, however, he and I know that we have decided that because we want girls to have these experiences, and we want them to learn to ask for the sale, that's a very important thing. You have to ask for what you want. I buy more when someone asks me, would I buy a box of Girl Scout cookies? If they are asleep in the back of the van when I come up and their mom is at the booth, that I'm not going to buy cookies that day. But when girls are out there, girls are asking me, even the shy ones, even if they just come out from behind their mom's leg at the first time, just to ask. But I know next time I see her, she is going to march right up to me and ask. So please don't be afraid to ask. One game I used to play with my sister and my dad, we used to go out and go door to door until we got 30 no's. So I would actually want to get the no, because I want 30 no's. And I might be there all day, but we would get those 30 no's. And so that made the no's fun, because otherwise no's aren't fun. But there are, again, ways to try to overcome the objection. You just don't want to keep, maybe overcome once, like, oh, well, you could donate, but then don't. Oh, but it could also be a gift. Well, but you could donate it to a soldier. Well, you could, just there's a time and a place for everything, but you don't need to overdo it, because the cookies really do sell themselves, and your time is better spent rather than pestering the same person over and over and over and over. You can just find another customer, because they're out there. And
So-
they are out there. They've been calling the office. Are there any Girl Scouts anywhere? We haven't seen any Girl Scouts. So, the more you're out there and people know that you're a Girl Scout, again, if you're wearing the shirt, or if your parent puts it on their Facebook that they are proud parent of a Girl Scout, or whatever it is, as long as people know you're a Girl Scout, you'll have customers. All right, next slide, please.
Ooh, okay. So after you've implemented all of Kim's awesome cookie selling tips, you've reached as many program credits as you can possibly get, you may have a small balance left over that you need to come up with some cash to pay for the rest of your trip. So we're going to talk a little bit about some money earning tips. What I really want you guys to take away from this is use your strengths. Be creative with what your skills and your talents are for ways that you can earn some money. I put down some ideas here. Babysitting, you can earn between maybe $8 to $12 an hour, depending on your experience and how awesome of a babysitter you are. If you do a fantastic job, they will pay you more. It's almost like getting tips. So if you're the best babysitter out there, you can really make some really good money. If you're over the age of 16, there are so many part-time jobs available in the Valley right now. A lot of them starting at $14 an hour. So you could actually go out and get a part-time job to earn the rest of your trip money. I know one time I wanted to go to England and I got a paper route and I worked that paper route all summer long. And by Thanksgiving, I had all my trip money so I could go to England. And it was a great way to just earn a little bit of extra money. I don't think paper routes exist anymore, but there are other jobs out there. One thing you could do is request a donation or a sponsorship from an extended family member or friends. One of my son's friends really wanted to learn to play the bagpipes, and he did not have enough money. Bagpipes were really expensive, but he had an aunt who was really supportive of the arts. And so he wrote her a wonderful letter asking her if she wanted to support him in sponsoring his musical playing. So, and she was thrilled to. So don't make decisions for people. Let them have the opportunity to say yes or no. So if you have family members that maybe send you birthday money or Christmas money every year, this is a great opportunity to say, hey, you know, I would love to put my birthday money this year towards my Disney trip, if that's something you'd be willing to sponsor, something like that. Another way is pet sitting. And for anybody who lives near like 10 Mile and U-Stick, I have a pet sitting gig that somebody called me about. I don't know anyone who lives over near that area, but pet sitting jobs are out there. So if you are in that area and are interested in a pet sitting job that starts next week, message me in the chat, because I already have a job lined up. So those jobs are out there as well. Vacation season is starting and people need people to watch their pets or even house sitting. Spring yard cleanup is coming. Any of your neighbors that need help with yard cleaning, that's a way to earn. You could charge between $10 and $12 an hour. You could make a little flyer, be creative, just offer your services. And then another way is to have a yard sale or to sell some of your things on Marketplace. Now, we know we don't sell cookies on Marketplace, but you could sell maybe some of your old collectibles or art or crafts. One of my nieces makes adorable bracelets and she uses Marketplace to sell her bracelets. So there's all types of things like that that you could sell. Another opportunity is tutoring. If you're really good at a specific subject, you can offer tutoring services. And then music lessons is another one. One of my sons was a trumpet player and he was in junior high. I think he was in 8th grade. And there were some 6th graders just starting out on trumpet that really wanted some extra practice. And so he offered to do trumpet lessons as a way to earn extra money when he was an 8th grader. So those are just some ideas I came up with. But like I said, play to your strengths. If there's a skill or a strength or something you have to offer, just let people know about it and you can earn some money towards your Disney trip. Did anybody else want to say anything about earning money or some ways to earn money? Anybody else have any ideas? Okay. If you do, you can pop it in the chat, share your ideas. Another thing we can do is we can earn money as a troupe. So you can do a troupe fundraiser, and some ideas we had there is you could have like a troupe yard sale, or your troupe could sponsor a day camp or a badge clinic. And if that's something you're interested in, just coordinate that with your troop leaders. There's some things that they would need to arrange for you in order to do an event like that, because you want to make sure if you're doing a troop sponsored event, you follow all the Girl Scout regulations and rules. And then Kim, I want you to explain the scholarship sponsorship for troop. Can you explain that?
Absolutely. So for girls who are in this echelon of cookie sales, so this is 1,000 boxes and above, your contribution to your troop by virtue of the fact that you've sold all these cookies is large. So if you've sold, say 1,000, the minimum to be on the Disney trip is 1,000 boxes of cookies, your cookie sales have given the troop at least $600. So it is possible for you to ask your troop, and again, troops are girl-led, so the troop would have to vote on this and agree to it, but you could ask them, hey guys, you know, my contribution by virtue of all these cookies that I sold was at least $600. Now with bonuses to the troops, if their per girl average is high, it's possible that she could have contributed $700 toward the troop. You could ask the troop, hey, you know, if you guys would vote on it, I would really appreciate it if you would sponsor me and pay $200 or whatever number that you want to come up with, or ask them to come up with the number, but they could pay toward your trip with the money, with a portion of the money that you earned selling cookies this season.
And that would be fun for your troop to help you have that experience, because guess what? Maybe next year it will be them, right? That wants to earn the trip and needs a sponsorship. All right. Oh, I'm gonna move on here. Okay, so this is a little bit about what is included on the trip in your trip price and what is not included. Now you'll notice the what is included side is a lot longer. There's very few things over here that are not included, but let's just go through some of the included things. This might get you excited about some of the things we're going to be doing on the trip. Of course, round trip airfare from Boise to Orlando. You get to take one carry-on bag with all your items in it, and then like a personal bag, like a purse or a backpack or something like that, or a string bag that you can have on your lap. And then it's going to be transportation between the hotel, parks, and the airport in Orlando will all be covered. So we are not going to leave you stranded anywhere. Once we're in Orlando, all your transportation is covered. And then we'll be staying in the All-Star Music Resort for 4 nights, which is fun. It's a Disney resort, so it's got lots of fun ambiance and everything Disney. And then the food, you'll get a food plan credit for 3 meals per day. We don't want any hungry girls, so we've got three meals a day. Park admission, so for 3 days in a row, we're going to be going to 3 different parks, so your tickets and everything are included. And we also are including workshop fees, so there'll be workshops at the different parks. We're planning for 2. As long as the schedule permits, we should be able to do 2 workshops in 2 different parks. So those are the things that are included. Over here, what's not included, you're going to need to bring money for your spending money for souvenirs and gifts. And if you want extra snacks or beverages, like in the park or something like that, you'll need to bring extra money for that, for extra snacks. Water is free, so don't worry about that. And Courtney said that they will refill your water bottle at any food place. Is that correct, Courtney?
It has been all through the past. I haven't heard any different, but part of your packing will be bring a water bottle. So
Okay.
we'll be able to refill water bottles, but you want to drink lots of water. So
Yes, we will be drinking lots of water. All right, so that brings me to this next slide, which is creating a trip budget. So you're going to need to decide how much money of your own spending money you plan to spend each day on souvenirs, snacks, and beverages. There is also something really fun called pin trading, and there will be really cool 50th anniversary items for souvenirs in the park as well. Courtney, can you talk a little bit, explain? I didn't know what pin trading was. Can you tell us about pin trading?
okay, so for those of you who have not been to Disney, pin trading is my family's favorite thing to do. And I have one of my pin trading lanyards on. And so what you can do is you can start with just a plain pin. You can purchase a starter set that's a lanyard and 4 pins. And then you walk around the park and there's pin trading stations all through every park. And you can walk up and just say, I want to trade this pin for that pin. If you see a pin you want, and you can it's a really cheap, and I say cheap it's not always cheap for that. I think we figured out that the starter kits are around $30. They start around $30. They can become much more expensive, but then you can trade pins the entire time. And this is how, like, I have Stitch is my character, so I always try to find Stitch pins. I have 2 lanyards filled with Stitch, and then I felt like I had gotten all Stitch that I could, so I moved on to Lion King. And then I have bags full of trading pins. So this is kind of good priced souvenirs that you can do while you're there, and it's just something to do. It's another fun thing and memory.
So I think we did a teeny bit of research. I think you can get a starter kit with like a lanyard and 4 pins for around $30. Okay, let's scooch on here a little bit. Plan what items, oh, go ahead.
Julie, sorry, can I answer one question here really quick?
Yes.
It's about luggage and the cost of luggage.
Mhm.
We are only going to allow a carry-on. Oh, Kim is telling me a 1-minute thing. Oh, so because
One
of
carry-on.
time, so 1 carry-on and 1 personal item. So this could be like a purse. we are also going to we're hoping to get every girl a backpack, kind of a string backpack. This can count as a purse. So you'll have a carry-on plus a purse or the string backpack. And the reason we're doing this is to eliminate time in lines and confusion and who's doing what. We are only there. You're wearing one outfit. You only need 4 outfits in Florida that you don't want warm stuff. So you should be able to fit it.
Which brings me to our next point, which is any gifts you purchase need to be able to fit into your carry-on for the way home. So that's why I think pins are a really great idea, because they're so small and fun. We do want you to limit cash. A debit card is safer, and Disney prefers contactless transactions. So a debit card is the best way to pay for things, extra souvenirs and stuff in the park. And if you want to come up with your daily budget, and then just make sure you have that amount on a debit card when you go, then you'll be set. I want to show you, I'm hoping this is going to work. I want to show you something fun here. These are Disney souvenir costs. So this lady is a Disney expert, and she put together a list of some of the fun souvenirs and common souvenirs in the park. So the first thing that I'm going to show you here is the Minnie and Mickey ears. Those are a really common souvenir and should easily fit in your carry-on luggage. They vary in price, but the average is $27.99 per pair. So about $28 for a fun pair of Minnie ears. Another popular thing is a Pandora charms. They are fairly pricey, about $70 for a charm, but again, very small, a very nice souvenir item that would fit in your bags. Christmas ornaments are another popular one. If you want a Disney souvenir, like a 50th anniversary Christmas ornament, that would be a cool thing to remember. Oh, look, Courtney's sporting her ears now. Christmas ornaments are around $30. If you want to budget around $30, if you think you want a Christmas ornament. Pins, see all these pins here? There's so many pins, and we already talked about pins being a great option for souvenirs. So if you think you want a starter set, think of maybe around $30 and then $10 for each additional pin. Mugs are a little trickier. They are a really popular item, but they are more breakable. So you want to be careful. I wouldn't recommend planning on buying a mug unless you have a lot of space in your carry-on to pack it nice and securely. But if you do really love the mugs and you want a mug, they're about $20 a piece. All right, this right here is a magnet. Magnet is also really great and inexpensive and small souvenir item. If you wanted to get gifts for someone, this might be a good gift as well. Magnets are about $10 a piece, and there's lots of different fun ones. Of course, t-shirts are always a popular souvenir item. If you want to get a t-shirt, budget around $30 per t-shirt for adult shirts and $17 for kids shirts. Then these are plushies. Plushies are usually average of $25 per plush, depending on size, character. The price might be more or less. So if you want a little plush, that would be a good option. Okay, here's something that's kind of fun and popular. It's called Pick a Pearl. You get to pick an oyster and then open it up and discover what pearl was inside. They're about $20 to pick a pearl. Some of them have like twins, like you get 2 pearls inside if you're lucky, or a rare color. So that's kind of a fun activity too. If you want to budget for Pick a Pearl, it's about $20. And then there's a few more expensive things here. These are the Alex and Ani bracelets. They're about $100. So that's an option if you want that. And then these really fancy bags, Dooney and Burke bags, are anywhere around like up to $300 per bag. Okay, and then the last one is balloons. This might be a tricky one because if you buy a souvenir balloon, it's fun while you're there, but then we're going to have to deflate the air out of it and squeeze it into your bag. So it's an option if you love it. Kim, was the updated price on balloon $17? I couldn't remember. $17 for a balloon. So those are the top souvenirs that this website recommends. But I wanted to get you guys thinking about that a little bit so you could start thinking about budgeting for souvenirs and things that you're excited about. Now, with that being said, if I were you and I was registered for this Disney trip, I would go online and do a little bit of my own research and look at what things I would want to buy in the park and maybe even what snacks I want to have. I mean, I've heard you got to have a Dole Whip, and there's certain things that you just got, you want to make a priority. So think about going online and doing some research so you can really make sure that you have enough in your personal spending budget to do the things that you want to do. All right. Any other comments about personal trip budget, souvenirs, anything like that? Nope. All right. We are to the end of our presentation here. Do we have any additional questions? If you're not comfortable unmuting, you can pop it in the chat.
So I saw a question. What are the workshops that we're scheduled for?
Ooh, Courtney.
Do you want me to look up what they are?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't like trying to be sneaky, but I'm like, does this want to be a secret, or do we want like big surprise? But nope, I'm gonna look it up now.
Anybody who took the time to be on this Countdown to Disney Zoom call gets to know the secret.
Oh yeah.
If I can find the secret. If you want to go to the next question, and I will come back.
Okay.
So one of the questions I saw was about meal vouchers. So you will be getting 3 meals a day on the Disney property. We might choose to have breakfast at the hotel. We might choose to have lunch at Epcot. I mean, yes, they will have 3 meals and they will be Disney provided, and that's included. So we're excited about that. And then there was a question about the carry-on, and that may vary by airline. We haven't purchased the tickets yet. We are looking for a good deal as well as appropriate times and easy transfers and connections and stuff. So that has not been decided.
I will say on that, Kim, we are going to have a packing Countdown to Disney workshop. And before we have that packing workshop, we will know exactly all the requirements for the carry-on and everything. So all questions about packing will be answered at that Disney meeting.
Great. And I just wanted to share that, again, we'll have that packing list too, but it's kind of I guess I would call it more of a medium size, but it needs to fit under your seat or in the overhead compartment. So just to give you an idea, we don't have actual measurements from a particular airline yet, but just to give you an idea of space if you're going to be shopping. And then we are looking at something in the neighborhood of 4 outfits. I would recommend mostly shorts, because it's going to be June and Florida and hot. So even if we leave here and it's in the 60s, there it might be 90 and humid. So you would be encouraged to bring a swimsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, I found it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, let's check it out.
So our first day, we are in Magic Kingdom, and we are going to the theme park design workshop. This was my #1 pick. I like just a little bit about this, like the size of the castle and why they do it this way. It's a mind trick, and they explain to you how they do that and their thought behind it. And then we're doing Leadership the Disney Way workshop at Epcot on Wednesday. So those are our 2 workshops we're signed up for.
That's great. Some have a little taste of STEM with the theme park design, STEM and art. And then leadership, of course, we have the life skills and business skills. So we're excited about both of those. They're going to be great.
And of course, they're all Disney. So they're going to be fun no matter what. They take you behind the scenes that most people don't get to see inside of Disney World.
So cool.
Yep.
That in itself is worth it.
Mm-hmm. So are we doing the fast pass for lines? We are looking at a number of different options. It really depends on how many girls we have and what the budget looks like and how, frankly, how cheaply we can get the airline tickets, because we would really like to be able to give everyone Genie, which is the new fast pass option. And we would really like to be able to do that, and we're just not certain. So I can't promise it, but we are looking at those options and we really want to offer that. We think that would be great.
And
Yeah.
really quick on that, in future, as these Countdown to Disney meetings progress, we'll have more and more information. We're going to have some like Disney park tours. And by that time, we should have our airlines purchased, our budget firm. So we should have more information about exactly what to expect in the park in those countdown meetings. So these will get better and better, and with more and more information, the closer we get to past registration. Once registration is passed and the airline tickets are purchased, we'll have really good information for you.
Yeah, so there are more I don't knows today than usual. Than there will be moving forward. Fewer and
Only
fewer I
because
don't
we
knows.
extended cookie season. We extended cookie season, but we could not push off having these Countdown to Disney meetings because there's just so much cool information we want you girls to have.
Mhm.
But I kind of was glad that this one was first, because we might have some girls still on the fence that think I can't afford this trip, or I don't know how I'm going to do it. I hope that this meeting lets everybody who wants to go know that there is a way, whether it's through cookie sales or, earning your money to make up the difference. Everybody who wants to go on this trip should have a way, or I should say the first 40 people who want to go on this trip will find a way, because once we hit our 40 cap on the registration, then they might have to wait till next year. But for those that are ready and willing to put the work in, we want everybody to have that opportunity, which is why cookie sales is extended and why we're having this meeting a little bit before registration is over.
Mhm. And I also wanted to share, Julie was saying that we're gonna make it happen for everybody that we possibly can, and she means it. I am personally willing to sit with you at a booth if you absolutely need someone to go to a booth with. I am background checked. I can count by 5. I can be there and help you. So, if I'm not local to you and me driving 10 hours and back, to your booth isn't feasible, I would be happy to do a one-on-one cookie salesmanship workshop with your girl on Zoom. I mean, we will make this happen. So please don't let a lack of cookie sales be the thing that stops you, because it doesn't need to be.
So good. All right. Any
So-
questions?
So going into a couple of these, so I see asking about the photo pass and stuff and having your phones. And I'm going to give you a fast answer on having phones is yes. We are going to have a meeting where we'll go over rules, what's expected, what you can and can't do with them. But my fast answer is yes. The photo pass might be a hard one for us to do, but I do plan on taking my camera. So I will take lots of pictures of girls to give to parents. So don't think you're not going to get pictures. We will definitely have pictures.
And I think
I'm
that's
working-
one of the things that we are fine with you doing on your phone is taking a picture. What we don't want you doing is wasting a ton of time posting to social media or stuff like that, but taking
Well,
quick pictures.
No posting. It will be no posting to social media. We don't want to highlight where we are to random
Right.
people.
It's a secret.
So
Mhm.
until you get home, then have fun with it.
Whatever you want. Awesome. Okay. So this last slide here is getting you ready for our next meeting. This is a really important one. Everyone who's registered is going to want to be able to go through this, because this is where we're walking through the contracts. Parents must attend on this one, because any questions about the contracts need to be handled then, so that we can get your contract signed and get you all set up for the trip. So that will be April 7th at 6 p.m.
I also, so wanting to add to these Countdown to Disney's, some of these girls, they've sold their cookies, they've got this trip paid for, they're good. So selling more cookies is not the funnest. And then going over a contract is not the funnest. But I promise you, After we get logistics out of the way, we're going to start talking about parks, and we're going to talk about all the rides, and we'll send you out surveys where you get to pick which rides you most want to do.
And we get to make
And-
ears.
and make ears, and we are going to have fun. So
Okay, and
you
selling
have to
cookies
do
is
more.
fun. I mean, we can agree to
Selling
disagree on
cookies
that.
is fun, and shopping for souvenirs is also fun. I had a lot of fun looking at those things we can buy.
Going over a contract might not be as fun.
We're gonna put something fun in there, okay? It's gonna be a secret. We're gonna come up with something.
Oh, I did see another question about the prize option for the cookies for 1,500 boxes. Yes, it can be the right size, Delia. So if you just want to, if that's what Lydia chooses at that level, once the selections have happened and all the prizes are closed on the 14th or 15th, just shoot me an email and remind me, and I'll make sure that hers works. And that goes for everybody here too. If you just shoot me an email and say, we want to use this bag specifically for the Disney trip, I will make sure it is a Disney shaped quality suitcase that'll work.
Cool.
Hey, I want to hear questions. I want to hear some of these girls' questions, and
Yes.
I want to get to know you. I'm pretty sure I see Penelope. Is it Penelope? Do you have any
Mhm.
questions, Penelope? No.
Who else do we have? I see Alexis, Molly, Olivia, Lydia.
Molly really wants to ask us something, but you got to come off mute and ask. I can see it in your
Okay, so
face.
while she's working on it, April asked, once the cookie program is closed, how long before the credits are applied to the trip? So there is a length of time during which we need to clean up all the finances, make sure all the troops have paid their money, do all of the things, right? There's a lot of things. And so we need some time to do those things. And then we have to print out all the program credits, staple them by girl, then staple them by troop, then collect them by service unit, get them to the service units. So there's going to be it's going to probably be 3 weeks between the close of the sale and you getting the program credits in your hands. So it's just going to be a little while. But once you get those in your hand, then you can just mail them right to us with a note explaining that you want this applied toward the Disney trip. And so we realize that there are financial deadlines happening. And so what you would do is go into GS events and just click program credits. They don't have to have been printed for you to click that button. And then they'll be waiting for them when they arrive.
So is that something that we can do now?
Yep.
Under there? Okay. And so if we can just calculate what we should be earning, and then that won't make it look like we haven't paid by deadlines, right?
Right. Mhm.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thanks, Kim.
Yep, sure.
So is there a way when we go on the plane for me to be able to sit by, or like, so how are we gonna stay in the rooms? Like, how are the rooms going to be?
Okay, I can totally answer these questions. I have answers for you here. If when you're signing your contract, we'll send out surveys. You're going to get lots of surveys that you have to answer, because this is what's going to determine what groups you are in, what rooms you're in, where you're sitting. And so you'll have choices. Is there somebody specific you want a room with? Then you tell us. So, because we want you to be with your friends. We also want you to make new friends, but we definitely want you to be comfortable and have fun. After we do each of our park tours, we're going to go over all the rides and all the fun stuff that you get to do in each park, and then send you a survey, and you get to pick kind of an order of what it is you want to do. And then we're going to split groups based on what you want to do, because if your number one thing you want to do is ride the scariest ride at the park, and your best friend doesn't want anything to do with any of the parks, we don't want you to be in the same team, because one of you is not going to be happy. But if your number one thing to do is hang out with your best friend, and that's more important than riding the scariest ride, then so it is totally your choice. We want you guys to have fun and get the most out of it that you want to get out of it. This is yours. This is girl led. You're deciding what you want to do. We have to be able to split you up into groups to a point, but you guys are deciding what you want to do.
So the other big thing is, how long are we going to be at Disney? Like, how, like 3, like, I don't know, just like how long are we gonna have to like go on the rides and everything?
Okay, another really good question. I am when the park opens, it's called rope drop. And I like to be in a park at rope drop. So the second they open the doors, I want to be in it.
I'm dropping the
Yes.
rope. So there's like ropes and you drop the rope and that's when it opens and everybody kind of files in through the entrance. Whoosh. It's a big crowd of people. And that's when Courtney's going to be there. So if you're assigned
Yeah.
to Courtney's group, it will be because you're an early riser and you want to get there first and you want to do all the things.
That being said, when let's say a park closes at 10 o'clock, you can get in a line, an hour-long line to get on a ride at 9:55 and wait in line. That means you're not going to be out of that park until probably after 11. So my idea of being in a park is rope drop to when I'm done with that ride that I waited in an hour.
Okay,
past.
April's on board for that one. Awesome.
So this will be something, again, this is not my choice. This is totally your guys' choice. You guys will get to decide this. But when you fill out your surveys of what you want to do, and things can change. If you're exhausted after the first day and you just want to sleep in the next day, we may switch you to a team that's their idea of fun, is going and sleeping.
That'll be my group,
yeah.
the nap in the swimming pool.
And swimming. Some girls are they're gonna want to go swimming at the hotel. I want to spend all my day in the park. But this is why, and you may change teams each day based on what the park is and what you want to do in that park. So again, you will get a rate what you want to do and what's most important to you.
Oh my gosh, just talking about this has me so excited. I can
I
hardly stand
know.
it. I can hardly
It's
stand it.
amazing. Have you guys been to Disney before?
Raise your little hand.
Oh yeah, my orange hand.
Yeah,
Is it Ava or Eva?
reaction.
It's Eva.
Eva. So you've
Yeah.
been to Disney before?
Yeah.
Disney World?
I've been to Disneyland twice, but never World.
Oh, this is new.
They're so different.
so different. Yep.
I've only been at Disneyland because my dad lived in California for a second. I do not know how Disney World is, and I'm not letting my mom show me pictures of the hotel yet.
And there will be a countdown to Disney where we'll go over the hotel. So we'll be showing you pictures. It's part of the excitement.
Okay, my favorite thing on earth might be April's comment. Hannah is so excited. This will be her first time going to anything Disney. I'm excited I don't have to go. You're welcome. We will take her and we'll take good care of her. She will have an absolute blast.
And you might have a
gonna be
hard time getting her back from us.
Aw, yeah, me too.
Brooke,
Yay.
have you been to Disney before? No? No, Disney. And then those are the only faces I can see. Oh,
Oh, I see a
we've
Bryn.
gotten Bryn. Have you been to Disney, Bryn?
You're muted, Bryn. There we go.
And not World.
Oh,
This is
land, not
this
world.
is
Okay.
making me
That's the
even
same
more-
as me, Bryn. I have been to Disneyland, not Disney World either. And
You
Kira's
guys
the
are in
same.
for so much fun.
We're gonna have a great time.
Yes. Again, seeing faces of somebody who has never been to Disney,
Ooh.
and Epcot that's behind Kim, her picture, this is Epcot. And it looks like a giant ball when you are under it, you are this big compared to that ball. That ball is massive.
And there's a whole ride inside. You go around and around and around, and it's so cool. It's called the Spaceship Earth, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I was, I think,
Now-
8 years old when Epcot opened, and it was pretty exciting. Oh,
Penelope,
and Penelope's been to Disney on Ice. Oh, and Frozen on Broadway.
that is awesome.
Cool.
There is a Frozen show that they put on in Disney. That'll be one of your options too.
Have you ever heard of Anastasia?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I actually got to see them do like a play for it. They did here at this area. I got it one of my mom's friends got it for me for my birthday.
Fun.
That's awesome.
That is way cool. Yep, and picking your favorite characters, we're gonna put that in one of the surveys we send out to you. I want to know what your favorite characters are.
Mhm.
Disney character, like mine is Stitch. So be
Yep.
thinking of that.
And we'll see if we can't get their autograph too, because there's, in addition to the rides and the attractions, there are also characters walking around, and they'll do pictures, or they'll shake your hand, or they'll meet you and say hi. It's so fun.
Nope, they
My
will
mom's-
not shake your hand anymore. They stand
Oh.
behind a bush.
Oh,
and
right,
you can
because
stand in front of them and take pictures. So no autographs, no shaking hands, but you can do pictures.
okay. Oh, and she changed ears.
Yes.
She had a wardrobe change.
I guess so. Boy, she's a true fan. True fan.
This is one of my plushes I got too. And they give you a deal.
You're-
If you can go in with 2 of your friends, you can buy 3 of them for a discounted price.
Cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Fun.
Oh, see, we've got more ears. Bryn's got
Bryn.
ears. She's got her villain ears.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She likes the villains.
Oh, I love Maleficent though.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my favorite. Oh, does Molly have ears? She just ran for something.
Well, a friend of mine made me cookie ears. Maybe I need to go get those. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, those
you
are
should.
super cute too. And so let's go on to the next. So far of what you've heard, I want to hear what you were most excited for.
Yay.
Those are cute.
Yeah, you have to put your hands behind them. There you go. Oh, those are cute.
Eva, what are you most excited for?
It's cute. They're thin mints. And then there's a sash on this one.
So cute.
I love it.
Probably meeting the characters and just like being able to like experience the whole trip.
So do you have a favorite characters yet? Or do you have to think about it?
Yeah. My favorites are probably Stitch, kind of like you, and then Aurora, the princess.
Okay, Penelope, what are you most excited for?
The flight. I love flying on airplanes.
Awesome.
So in other words, we could just put you on a plane and let you fly back and forth and you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, Molly's just got a wardrobe.
She's got all
just-
the gear.
She is all there.
Oh, yeah.
Tamatoa is the crab from Moana, right?
I think that's my favorite character. Big shiny crab.
Love that guy.
So glam.
So
Love it.
glam.
So glam.
So McDonald's has little Stitch characters in their Happy Meals. So Kim started me on this one. She told me, and now I've been eating Happy Meals so I can get Stitches.
Is it right now?
Are they still doing it, Kim?
I think it might be over.
It might be.
Looks like
Now
I
they're
do
doing
still-
Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah, Mario Kart. That's right.
Kira is
Thank
ready
you.
for all the rides. Does she have a favorite ride, Kelsey?
Well, when she went to Disney, Space Mountain was closed under construction, and so I really, really, really want her to experience that one.
Space Mountain is great.
Cool.
Brooke, what are
But
you most
Indiana
excited
Jones
for?
otherwise is her favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Brooke, I want to hear from you.
I'm just excited to go because I've never been.
That is exciting. Molly, what are you most excited for?
I actually do not know yet. I like to wait and have it to be a surprise at the end. I'm that kind of person.
There you go. There you go.
Because what you're most excited for when you leave for the trip may be totally different than what was your favorite part
Mhm.
during the trip.
There are so many different magical things. Wouldn't you agree, Courtney? Like you just never. It could just totally surprise you.
Well, the fact that Epcot is my favorite park is a little bit surprising because it's based around little areas that are different countries. So every area is a country and you can go visit that country. You just walk into that country and you are immersed in the stuff they sell, the food, everything
Mhm.
is, and it's one country after the next. And just so fun to see. Bryn, what are you most excited for?
I am excited to get more pins. I have been
Okay.
waiting for so long to do something with these. Just something.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Do you have I just saw do you have the 101 Dalmatians?
No, I do not think so.
Oh my goodness, I just pulled it out and was showing. I was showing Leanne. Oh, here it is.
Oh wait, I do.
Oh,
The shoe.
oh my gosh, she has it.
She has it. Yeah. I wonder if I have any more. Now I'm gonna have to. So see, they have different themes of pins and
Yeah, I have shoes and some soda cans that are
I've
Oh,
never seen
cool.
those. They have the little.
Oh, yep, different hats.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
There's cups based on the different characters. There's t-shirts,
Oh, I love those teacups.
They're cute.
and different characters. Yes, pins can be a blast. I'm sure I have more shoes somewhere. I'm gonna have to look though. We're gonna have to compare our shoe collections.
That's a good thing to do on the plane.
Ooh, yeah. Look at pins. That'd be fun.
We could start trading before the
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
what does anybody know what this one's from?
I know exactly what that's from. That's grape soda from Up.
Yay. Does anybody, okay, Kim's gonna know this one.
Oh man.
She is totally gonna know this one, but I want to see if anybody else knows it.
When we all give up, Kim can get it.
Oh, it looks like maybe
Oh.
Molly knows. I saw a hand there. Anybody else? I can even sing the song.
Oh my
Guys.
God, I can't even do that.
So that is from Epcot. The character's name is Figment, and it's a figment of your imagination. Imagination. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Rock
cool.
out.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Was that a figment, Bryn? I saw your stuffy. Is that a figment?
It's Stitch.
Stitch.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I almost thought it was figment. I was like, hey.
So one of the things I have to say I'm super excited about this year is Star Wars is new at Hollywood Studios. I have never seen this. This is going to be new for me too. So that is one of my most exciting.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
As long as you guys want to do it.
Well, Courtney, I was going to ask, what is the best thing for them to do if they have questions before they see us next time?
Good question.
Yeah.
Email me is going to be the fastest. If you want to talk to me, then email me and say, I want to talk to you. And I would love to talk to you about Disney.
Okay.
And Yeah.
Yep. So her email address you received when she emailed you out the Zoom invitation for this meeting. So you can just reply to that and it'll go straight to Courtney's inbox and she can either answer it or she can huddle with Julie and me and we'll get you an answer.
And also, if anybody's interested in that pet sitting job on 10 Mile, reply to Courtney and I will get you that information.
Every penny counts.
Molly, those are super cute ears. Ears are a really popular one. And knowing with ears, you don't have to be able to fit it in your bag because you can just wear it on your head.
That's so true.
Same with the pins and the lanyards. It's like
Can
a
wear-
jewelry.
True. And well as my mini backpack, I have learned I can actually fit these into my mini backpack.
I actually think they'll consider a stuffed animal as a pillow too.
Oh,
Nice.
Just ways around it. Bryn is like going to be one of our Disney connoisseurs.
look at her villains.
I think somebody's dad's excited.
Ooh,
Oh, I see a
has-
pin. Very
yeah,
nice.
April's got a pin.
So when we get into our countdown to Disney, so our first one where we're going to go over Magic Kingdom and then what you can do in parks is on April 21st. We will get into depth into what we can do, what there is at Epcot or Magic Kingdom. First one's Magic Kingdom because that's what we do the first day. And we'll talk about everything that you can do in Magic Kingdom. And then you guys will get a vote on what it is you guys want to do.
Cool.
So we can get more into the pin trading. We can talk a little bit more about that one. We can. Oh, see, yes. I'm checking out the pins now.
Cute. Well, I'm gonna start working on my souvenir budget. Because I know
I noticed something. If I do 100 things for $20, I would be at how much money again? $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, one, remember I told you at the start of the thing, you probably only need to get $1,500 because your credits from your cookie sales have brought you down to $1,500. So you only have to do
At
15.
least, yeah.
You have to do 15 times or
But come on,
Yeah.
doing the extra money for getting
100 things
souvenirs.
for $15.
And if you have sold 3,000 boxes, how much money will that earn you, Kim?
So if you sell 3,000 boxes, you will have $1,870 toward the trip. So you'll only need 130. Plus, if you've sold 3,000 boxes, your troop will have received at least $1,800 from you and from your sale. So they would easily, I'm sure, vote to pitch in that extra 130.
If later on you guys have any questions about that or can't remember exactly what Kim explained, don't forget to just email us and ask questions.
Yep, just ask.
Penelope is going to have to hide in a closet the next time we do this.
Oh my gosh, Penelope, this is hilarious.
Is she having too much fun?
Her
Somebody
parents
is.
are misbehaving behind her.
Did we hear from everybody? Leanne, if you are chosen as the chaperone, what are you most excited for?
I am most excited to fly on the plane with Penelope. I love flying just like her.
And we haven't heard from Alexis. Are you there, Alexis? I see your ceiling.
Alexis.
And Lydia. I know we have Lydia. Well, we will take time at the end of each of our countdowns so that we can just talk, because this is letting us get to know you guys, and we're building friendships already.
Hey guys, we just got a message from Alexis. She said, what is the best website to look at for souvenirs? If you Google Disney Park souvenirs or Disney World souvenirs, you'll get a list of a bunch of different ones. And I mean, that's all I did to find those ones that I showed you, but there's lots more out there. So just Google Disney World souvenirs and you should be able to find a list of things like that. Another way is if you look at the recording of this countdown, you can click the link on that PowerPoint. Oh, look, Kim put us a good one, shopdisney.com. Perfect.
Yep, so that link is specific to the items that they sell at the parks.
Perfect. Thank you, Kim.
Brent, do you have your hand up or are you waving slowly?
I have my hand up. So I found something that I made with my grandpa a couple years ago, but it basically has Disney villains on the side. It's a chest. And then it has Disney characters on the side.
Fun.
Oh, fun.
That's really cool.
That's a really good place to keep all of your souvenirs that you get when we go to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless we have any more questions or somebody else has something Disney they want to talk about.
Oh, I have one. I couldn't tell if I was on mute. So I grew up in South Florida, so I went to Disney a lot of times. And after I moved to Idaho, a lot of my family still lived in Florida. And so it made sense for my husband and me to get married at Disney World because all of the guests already were in Florida. So I had my wedding at Disney World. It was pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is, yeah,
That was fun.
that's like a dream.
You're the first one I've ever met, Kim, that got married at Disney World. So that's
It
pretty.
was pretty great.
Yes. So our next countdown to Disney is again contracts. Not the most exciting, but we will get together afterwards and we will have fun and teach each other what we've learned in the meantime.
And next time you'll all be prepared with all your different gear and ears and pins. It would be fun if you have pins to show one, you know, choose one to share. That'd be fun.
And if you have pins and you have a certain collector set, I may have something you're missing. So
Okay, and Leanne says Kim has to bring a picture of her wedding to the next meeting.
Okay.
hopefully they're not on floppy disks.
I mean, most of them are, but I think I have a few prints that I can scan.
Awesome.
I wasn't just being mean in that one. There was an actual story behind that. I wasn't.
Oh, besides just my advanced age, thank you. That's terrific.
Like once I said it, I was like, that kind of came off as saying it kind of mean, but
It's like me and my paper route.
they have paper routes. Like I would say, if you lived in Pocatello right now, you could have lots of paper routes. But
Does Pocatello still have a paper? I don't know if Boise does.
Pocatello still has paper routes.
That's awesome.
All right. Thanks, everybody. It was great to see you.
Thanks for coming. See you next time.
Merry Thanksgiving.
Oh, thanks. Your dad's in trouble. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, tomorrow.
Is it Easter the next one?
Yes, Easter is the next one. And that's why it's so funny, because I was being silly, Molly, and I forgot what time of year it was. And I was going to wish someone a happy spring break, but it accidentally came out as happy Thanksgiving on Monday in March. I know. And now everybody thinks it's really funny to remind me that I'm so silly.
I don't even know how to do the whole song for the month thing. I don't remember the orders of the month. Like
No need.
That's okay. My daughter that's going to be 15 tomorrow doesn't remember the months either. So you're not alone.
It's
There
not a
was
thing.
supposed to be a song. I don't remember the song.
I don't think it's a thing anymore. My son's a junior and he's like, yeah, I think I barely just figured out the months of the year. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm glad.
Because on the phone, it's like, here's the month, here's the date, there.
Exactly. You don't need it.
With a lot of things, it's like it's on this little box thing. And it